Most people grew up with a happy little show called Pingu. Pingu was show that had a play penguin named Pingu, and he showed his adventure. The characters brought some sort of penguin language. The original show ran from 1986 to 2000. There was apparently an unreleased episode that was released a year later. Now, this is where it starts to become interesting. When I was 5 or 6, I saw the beginning of a Pingu's episode called Pingu's Punishment. I only saw a bit of it, but what I remember was Pingu was very angry and his mother began smashing plates. I also remember the episode was about Pingu playing outside when he was supposed to be doing chores. My mother came in and played smashing parts, shut the TV, and told me that dinner was ready. I was looking up the episode list on Wikipedia a few years later to find out that no episode called Pingu Punishment was released. I thought this is an adventure to myself, and I contacted Telephone Studio, the company that made Pingu. I asked to them for a complete production guide of Pingu. They sent it to me via email. I looked at it, compared to Wikipedia list. I noticed something was wrong with the final series. Pingu's half grandfather, which is the 23rd episode of series 4, was missing. At the bottom of the list was an episode titled Pingu Ending. I asked a synopsis, but they refused to give me one, stating it was personal information. I then Googled Pingu Ending and Pingu's Punishment. Then I found some. It was on RapidShare. The file's name was Pingu Punishment Unreleased Last Episode .zip, and I downloaded it. I went to my downloads and I found a folder. It contained 2 files. One was a notepad file. The title sphere.txt. I opened it. It read, This is an unreleased episode of Pingu, dated April 11, 2000. This is the original plan to end the series, and this was actually released in some countries. Watch at your own risk. I began to feel a bit suspicious, and my heart pounded. But my curiosity overtook me. I opened the second file. It was an ABI video file. The first file was the same episode I was when I was a kid. However, something fell off. The theme song was distorted, and instead of Pingu's usual noot, there was backwards audio. I recorded it in sound recorder, and it played. You can buy like this beyond death. I found that very creepy, but I continued with video. I got part where Pingu's mother was smashing plate. Suddenly it cut to black. A blood curdling scream was heard. It faded back to the kitchen. Pingu's mother was sitting on a stool crying. Only sounded real. She began crying but sounded like laughing. Suddenly cut to Pingu. Pingu was lying down on the floor. The hat was ripped off. I paused and there. I felt sick. When I was sick, more was that it wasn't clay blood. It was either pookaling or was real. I continued it, Pingu's mother kept crying. Suddenly, it cut to black and white video of two scientists going into slaughterhouse. It showed a bunch of cows getting slaughtered. Suddenly, a penguin being stunned and then bang hand upside down. The butcher slit the penguin throat and they died of blood loss. It showed the picture of the dead penguins. Then cut back to Pingu's mother crying. A trampoline at the kitchen and the rest of the fan. She jumped on the sand and blood splattered everywhere. The body of Pingu's mother fell down. It showed picture of dead bodies of Pingu, Robbie, and other characters. And obviously blood spray. The baby plainly play. I paused to go to bed. Room to vomit. I felt really nauseous and sick after witnessing what I watched. I continued the video. The story best saying was I quoted it and played with best. It said, "Your life will be all pitch black in a few seconds." My chat found it. The credits were Times New Roman. The background was disturbing images from before. They caused the background of the mask with the red eye. The mask was restored to darkness begins now. Suddenly my computer froze. Then the light flickered and the power went out. The power came back on a few seconds later. I was now shaking. I wanted source in film. I got in contact with Carlo Bonami, the voice of the characters I pretend I was interviewed. I've talked about Pingu. I finally measured Pingu punishment and stopped. He asked where I had heard that before. I explained the entire thing to him. He then told me the story. During the fourth season of Pingu, there's a writer or animator named Ted Goldman. Ted was a quiet man who usually was sexual. Sometime during the middle season, Ted's mother had been trying to reach something on top of shelves. The ceiling fan was still on. She got decapitated. Ted wasn't quite hurt by this. He began something such a Pingu's kill it all together. He asked Bonami to do Pingu dying. Goldman found out that Pingu was crossing elimination by the end of season 10. Ted passed off the episode as a series finale. Right after the watch of the episode, discovered Ted was reading a transgender animal and bestiality and murder. Ted led the suicide note claiming that he was going to live in Antarctica. However, no records claimed he was spotted in Santa Barbara, California, pursuing a gun. They never found him. I left out walk to Kurt to me to play about what to sorry. Backwards, starting for the part, the story voice began. I heard the screaming shouting at the robots. So, beginning of the episode, when I was young, it's still a hot day. The only